I am Tennyak. You're watching me, and I am going to review Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 1, Episode Angel. Now, I'm aware that the comments I'm about to make on this episode, if it was 10 or 15 years ago, there would probably be a lot of outrage. But because it's 2012 and no longer 1998 or 1999, etc., etc., that it probably would be just fine for me to make the comments I'm about to make. So, I watched this episode a week ago. Yes, I know, I'm finally getting around to it. And I did not take any notes either. I'm going from pure memory alone. I only have a few thoughts on this episode. So, here are my thoughts. Alright, we open up with the fumigation party, at the Bronze, which is pretty cool. And it also ties into the storyline of why the Bronze is closed when Angel and Darla and Buffy have their big fight with guns. So, it's a nice little storyline. Good job for the writers to, have that little exception in there. And, hold on one sec. There we go. Now the computer's not going crazy. Computer monitor was off. Okay, anyways, I'm getting off topic. And, they just set up the love triangle, which has been going around and round and round for basically pretty much every single episode of this season. Not only of the season, but of this series, because we are still in the first season. Willow loves Xander. Xander's oblivious. Willow is just his best friend since they were little kids. Xander is in love with Buffy. Buffy is not oblivious. My theory is that she's not oblivious due to the actions that happened in the previous episode, The Pack. I think she just really doesn't care. She cares so little that she's oblivious. That's my theory. So, but however, Buffy likes Angel, the mysterious guy who comes around and gives her cryptic hints about evil things are about to come, and then he vanishes off into the night. So, of course, she doesn't think that that's a good relationship. So, she doesn't want to give it any thought. And then, all of a sudden, we get to see Darla again, who is, of course, played by Julie Benz, who is wonderful and amazing. And after seeing her on Angel, and seeing the character Darla grow, because we got to see her background. We even got to see it a little bit in Season 2, season finale, Becoming Part 1. But we get to see her background, and then of course in Angel we get to see way more of her background, and then we also get to see her character grow, because we all know what happens in the Angel storyline. I'm not going to go into it, because I'm totally and completely planning on reviewing Angel when me and my girlfriend get around to watching that as well. But, so to see Darla's character so small and submissive and undeveloped is like, it really is painful. It's painful because I like Buffy so much, and I've grown with these characters so much, and I'm so deeply enthralled by the mythology and this storyline. So, Darla is weak, and she's the Master's favorite, and she can't do anything without the Master's permission, and she's basically weak and whiny and doesn't have a spine. That's exactly how her character came off, and to know that that's not who she is, because we know all about Darla and what she goes through, what she went through, and what she will go through. It sucks to have to see her work with it, or it sucks to have to watch her play the character in that light. But, anywho, Buffy, the Slayer, is a pain in the Master's side, the thorn in the Master's side, so he sends the three, which really are not that impressive, but we're supposed to be scared of them, and we as the audience are supposed to believe that they're big bad demons, big bad legendary demons, and so the Master sends the three off. So, the three attack Buffy, and Buffy's having a hard time fighting them. But it's a good thing Angel came along, and why did Angel came along? Angel came along because he basically was stalking her. So, Angel comes along, he gets a little beat up due to the fight. They realize they can't fight the three, so they run away, and Sunnydale is such a small town that they are able to very quickly run from the bad side of town, where the Bronze is located, to the good part of the town, where the subdivision where Buffy lives, on Reveo Drive. Somebody please leave a comment and tell me Buffy's address, because I can't think of it off the top of my head, so please leave a comment and tell me the address of Buffy's address of the Summers home, and I'll give you a shout out in my next review. But anyways, so they're running from the three, and Buffy's all like, come on, get in, come on, let's go. So of course Angel darts in, and we all know that that was good enough of an invitation, so Angel's able to run in. Angel takes off his shirt, Buffy goes all googly eye, Buffy's mom comes home. Buffy makes up a lame excuse about he's a college student who's tutoring her, but guess what? If I was a mom and I came home and my 16-year-old, yeah, she's 16, or maybe she might be 17 at this point. They never established when her 17th birthday was in season 1. But it probably already happened. Somebody, I don't know, maybe I should figure that out in terms of, like, what episode Buffy's birth. Wasn't she born in September? I know she had 2 birthdays. I know there was a birthday on her gravestone, which we saw in Nightmares. But then there was also a birth date on her permanent record, or her record in the admissions office, which we saw in I Robot You, Jane. I digress a whole lot. So, anywho, Buffy, if I was a mom and I came home and I saw my 16 or 17-year-old daughter home alone with a well-be-it very attractive guy who's a student, who's a college student, so he's a college student, maybe he's only 18, but Angel was supposed to be 28 when he died, so he probably looks way older than 18. He probably maybe could pass for a 22-year-old, which, 22, 23, so a senior in college. But anyways, it's suspicious. But Buffy's mom isn't really suspicious. She lets it go, and because the 3 might still be out there, Angel has to spend the night with Buffy. But he's a total gentleman, as Buffy later discusses with Giles and Willow and Xander. Xander is, of course, appalled. Willow thinks it's dreamy and romantic. Anyways, one thing leads to another. Buffy and Angel start making out. Angel, of course, gets caught up in all the passion, and his animal vampire demon, well, he's not a demon because he has a soul, his vampire comes out, and he vamps out, and Buffy freaks out and screams bloody murder, and Buffy's mom is supposed to believe that she screamed bloody murder simply because she saw a shadow. Oh, Joyce. I love Joyce so much, but yeah, she's really good at the denial thing, which they definitely do address later on. I know they address it in season 2, when, of course, Buffy's mom does find out that she's the vampire slayer. And, oh my god, I totally want to watch season 2 finale now. I don't want to wait. I want to watch it now, but I'm going to watch this in order. I'll be good. And then, of course, they address it later on in season 3, episode The Witch, which is good. It's nice to know that they address it. They just don't expect to pull the wool over the audience eyes and go with it. So, Angel's a vampire. Giles does his research, and he's actually Angelus, the one with the angelic face. And he's 240 years-ish old, and he was a demon, and he ravaged all over Europe and other countries, and Buffy has to kill him because he's a vampire and she's a vampire slayer. Darla pays Angel a visit because she wants to bring him back into the fold, which, of course, after the whole flashback in Angel season 3? No, season 2 of Angel, when they have the flashback of Angel trying to, even though he has a soul, he doesn't want to lose Darla because he loves her. Darla kicks him to the curb because he won't kill anybody other than murderers and rapists. So it's interesting that Darla is once again going to go back on her ways and try to bring him back into the fold, but I guess after a couple hundred years she misses him, so Darla wants to bring him back into the fold. So she pays him a visit, and then tries to set up Angel for an attack on Buffy's mom, and Buffy goes to kill Angel out of vengeance for attacking her mom, because if he attacked her mom, then he's nothing more than an animal. Anyways, I realize I'm actually going on and on about this episode, and I didn't think I would. So, basically, it all comes down to the bronze, which is closed for fumigation, And we find out that Angel was cursed by gypsies because he fed on a girl, which later on we discover is a girl that actually Darla gave to him. But anywho, and now he has a soul, and he's tortured with a soul, and he's remorseful of all the things he's done in his hundreds of years as a vampire. And Darla actually sired him. But in order to save Buffy, Angel stakes Darla, and Darla's no more until, of course, the season finale of Season 1 of Angel, which is great because Darla's awesome. I'm really glad they brought Darla back, and I'm really glad that Julia Benz decided to come back and renew the character with such vigor. So, props to Julia Benz. Awesomeness on her part. Suckiness that we got to see Darla's character so weak and meek. And I could care less about the Master and the Anointed One, but it is the Season 1 story arc. And also, I couldn't care less about Angel Buffy. I hated Angel and Buffy when they were together. All they did was whine. And whine and whine and whine. When Spike kind of had a tangent in Season 3 Lover's Walk about them. He kind of hit it right on the nose. But I digress. And once again, I go ahead and I reference to a future episode. Excuse me. Anyways. So yeah, Buffy and Angel are all happy, and Buffy literally burns him with the cross on her neck that she's wearing, just like the way she's burned his unbeating heart. And that's the end of the episode. It was totally and completely necessary for the storyline, it was totally and completely necessary for the season arc, it was totally and completely necessary for the characters, but take it or leave it, I basically hated this episode. Those are my thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed this commentary of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 1, Episode Angel. I am Tennyak. I will see you on the next review. Peace out, and please let me know if I'm doing a good job or not. Goodbye, everyone.